right. Hi, friends. Welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. I don't really want to do my usual intro because this is not a usual video. Why isn't it a usual video? Well, that is not my hand. I do not have hands that look like that. I have a special guest tonight.
Hello.
It's my husband. So, by popular request in my last live, my husband Adam is here to do this week's WIP and Chat with me. So, if you haven't seen it, Adam did a really hysterical unboxing of a diamond painting kit a while back. I'll link it below in the description. But tonight we wanted to do something a little more fun and interactive. But things that you're allowed to do on camera. So...
As opposed to what?
Things that you can't do on camera for public consumption.
Like YouTube would demonetize your video?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
It'd be a problem.
I didn't think we were anywhere near that part of YouTube.
No.
Okay.
But I hear that OnlyFans reversed their decision,
Okay.
so...
Oh, yeah, we could start an OnlyFans.
Yeah, no. This is off to a great start. So...
This is why she doesn't usually let me on.
He's a bad influence. So, I'm working on Dark Lilith from DIY Moon Shop. I'm using, you know what? I'll link all the accessories below. We'll just leave it at that. Adam, what is your whip tonight?
Tonight, I'll be working on my iPhone pool game. Because I need practice. So y'all can watch me do that. Because it works sideways. So. Because
we know that what you do in WIP and Chats is absolutely watch what's happening on the screen. But no, for real. If you aren't sure what WIP stands for work in progress, and chat means we're going to chat. What that looks like tonight is that Adam and I are going to be whipping our whips and answering questions that you guys have submitted, both through my Patreon and through Instagram. So it's going to be true Q&A style.
If and when we do another one of these, I'll actually hopefully have a project. It might be a diamond painting project, TBD. Yeah. Or I may have some editing or other kind of film-related stuff to do.
Yeah.
But tonight, it just didn't quite pan out that way. No. So you get to watch me play 8-ball pool instead. So.
And potentially other games if you get bored, because we have no idea how long this is going to go.
I'm probably bouncing around to my different freemium games.
Because we don't spend money on cell phone games here.
Nope.
We spend money on our actual hobbies.
Yes. We're too good for that, I guess.
That's a lie. I actually have spent money on cell phone games before and very ashamedly told you about it.
All right. Well, so we're starting, right? Oh, you want to talk about the questions, Katie?
What about the questions?
Just that we have them and that we'll try to answer them.
Yeah. I kind of said that already, but
I don't listen very well.
No, this is it. This is our relationship.
So question number 1, what's wrong with Adam? Adam doesn't listen real well.
Question number 2, what's wrong with Katie? Katie forgets that Adam doesn't listen very well.
Oh! Score! I made it to the middle for the first time ever, and it's on camera. I can't believe that just happened. Thank you all. Thank you.
I make a crack about, oh no, the clip's not working. Oh wait, yes it is. Okay, so
rude.
I know.
She does this to me every time.
Every time.
Okay.
So anyway, yes, we have lots of questions to answer. I don't know if we're gonna get to all of them tonight. We have a plan to potentially do some of them rapid fire style, but we're not gonna start out quite that way. So first up, Jacqueline, Diamond Art Sparkles, one of my good friends. You hear me talk about her a lot. She posed the perfect question for us to kind of kick off tonight. So she asked, what was our first impression of each other? And this is a fun way to talk about, I guess, how we met.
How in detail do we want to go here?
We'll keep it semi-brief.
Okay.
Quasi-brief. So I was a freshman in college, and
I was a senior in college.
I was 17.
I did not know she was 17.
And we were both involved in a Christian college program, and I was, like any freshman, wanting to get my friends, and so I showed up at one of these Campus Crusade for Christ was the organization. They had house parties on the weekends, and so...
And it was the house that I lived at with a bunch of other guys that I knew.
And I ended up playing cornhole with this guy and a couple other random people.
These people know what cornhole is?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I feel like college and cornhole in the same sentence might give people the wrong impression. You guys have seen the game. You might not know it as cornhole. It's
bean toss.
It's the bag toss. It's just you have two boards that have hole. Oh boy, there's no good way to describe this. Two boards set up, and each one has a hole in it, and you're trying to toss the bean bags into into the hole, or as close as you can get.
And you're partnered with the person across from you.
So it's 2-on-2.
Man, the innuendos that could be happening here. So anyway, all this to say that I really didn't know anyone there, but I ended up really heckling this guy that was on the other team, and we kind of hit it off, and
it was dark, by the way, and we couldn't even see each other that well, and we were just sort of yelling heckles back and forth.
So basically, we were the precursor to the Netflix show Love is Blind, is what you're saying.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. That's where I was going with that.
Netflix.
My favorite show.
The heck? I have watched that show.
Yeah, that makes one of us.
Yeah. So, anyway. And then we exchanged phone numbers. Funny story.
That was the worst break in history. Holy smokes. I potted the cue ball and it barely broke at all. I'm about this good in real life, too.
So we exchanged numbers. Funny story. I was not the only girl whose number he got that night.
No. I'm a college senior. What do you want from me?
I got him in the end, so who really came out winning here? So anyway, he asked me over to play Mario Kart and watch, was it Heroes?
Probably.
I think it was Heroes. Do you guys remember that show that was really good before it got really bad? Anyway, so we hit it off.
I don't think it got that bad.
We hit it off, and I don't know. Then you graduated. I still had 3 years left of college. We dated long distance for a while. I say long distance. It was 2.5 hours. But that feels awfully long distance when you're in love.
So Katie, took me up on my invitation to do nerdy things like watch Heroes and play Mario Kart.
And Guitar Hero. Do you remember Guitar Hero?
Yes. And so, right off the bat, we were, very compatible. So we'll just put it that way, I think.
Yep. And the rest is history. So
I'm not paying attention to my game.
Then we got married. That was a crazy summer for me, which I mentioned here before on the channel. But I graduated from college, and 2 weeks later we got married because he waited for me to graduate until we got married. And then a month after we got married, we moved from Ohio to California. That was a fun summer.
Because that's showbiz, baby.
That's showbiz, baby.
Literally, that's where the showbiz is.
So anyway, here we are. 2 little boys that keep us very, very busy. But we have fun. Okay, should we get into some of the other questions?
Yes. I'm going to answer a question that nobody's asking, but I know you're all thinking, yes, there is rum in this because I'm funnier when I have a little alcohol in me.
That's what we tell him anyway. There is water in this because...
Liar.
I am... No, I wouldn't drink alcohol through a straw in a tumbler. No.
I wouldn't put it past you.
Because
your
I'm old,
followers are going to learn all sorts of things about you.
If I drink booze, for every one drink that I have, I am at the point in my life, at the ripe old age of 32.
Ripe old age
of 32 that
I just grew a beard when you said that. A big white Santa beard.
I was going to say you already have a beard, but it is not white. It is very distinguished and well-groomed.
Can you guys hear the condescension?
So, I don't even remember what I was saying. Oh, I'm at the age, again, of 32, where if I have one drink, I have to drink then 3 glasses of water so that I don't end up with a dehydration headache and feeling like garbage, hot garbage in the morning. So most of the time I just don't bother drinking because it's not worth it. The net gain is not high enough. Okay. So a mutual friend of ours, actually, who, to my knowledge, does not actually do any diamond painting, but we've known her for almost 10 years, and she just found my Instagram. This is Natalie.
Oh. Yeah. Natalie.
She asked, with a busy family, how do you find time for both of you to have these hobbies? I think referring to you with film and me with diamond painting, which we both sink a good amount of time into.
Well, how was the question phrased? It was with the kids and
with a busy family. How do you find time for your hobbies?
To quote a Mr. Montgomery Scott from Star Trek VII, otherwise known as Generations. When something's important to you, you make the time. So, I work from home currently, and this isn't the right game to play. I need to play a different game.
Too much concentration.
Yeah. So I work from home currently, so that helps. So there's no commute. While the kids are at school, Katie has a lot of spare time, and so occasionally
I try to do like responsible adult things, like clean the house and buy groceries.
Yeah, we have other things to do also, but
balance isn't that the magic word? Balance.
For me, film has always been a huge part of who I am and what I do, and it's something that I'm trying to do more of, actually. While just being around, sometimes it's not always one or the other. You get into a rhythm where the kids are just happy to hang, and sometimes we do family things, sometimes we're just hanging, sometimes we kind of divide and conquer, and one of us goes and does things while the other one watches the kids. So it's just about kind of finding that rhythm. And it does keep us. Yes, yeah, I'm gonna quit.
Yeah, it keeps us busy, and we try to be good about touching base with each other, to be like, hey, like, I don't know why I'm trying to use my fingers to pick a drill off.
Yeah, what's the matter with you?
A lot. Do you want me to make a list?
Rookie move, Katie. Rookie move.
I know. But we try to stay on the same page, and, if we feel like we're missing out on some family time, the four of us, or a couple time, just the two of us, we just let each other know. We do a lot of our, hobbies after our kids go to bed at night, too, because we're really lucky to have super good sleepers.
Yeah, that's a big part of it, honestly.
Yeah. So let's keep going. This was a fun one. So I had several questions come in from my patrons. So if you didn't know, I do have a Patreon and share lots of things behind the scenes, both with the channel and with family life. So we're still towards the beginning of the month at the time of this filming and posting. So feel free to check it out if you want. There's lots of perks. It's a subscription service, and it's just a way to help support me and my channel and my family. And so feel free to check it out. It's linked in the description. But one of my patrons, Pixie Sticks, said, she asked, I said I'd love to hear the story of how you two met. So there you go. Then she asked, which Marvel character is your favorite, and which is Adam's?
You go first.
Loki. Easy.
You're not going to elaborate on that?
No, I don't know what it is. He's like that typical, like, tortured soul, like the really stereotypical, like, he's a really complex character. And Tom Hiddleston, who's a great actor and does a really great job with Loki. I like that he's the trickster.
It's a tough question for me because I don't really think of it in that way. I don't really have like favorite characters per se.
You could say, what's your favorite movie?
They're easy. Yeah, there are easy ones. I feel very basic saying like Spider-Man, Captain America. Mm-hmm. But like I go back a ways to like the earlier movies. Like when I think of Marvel, I don't just think MCU. I think there's Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies and the X-Men movies and
fair. I loved the first X-Men and X2. Like, those were great.
I mean, a while back I would have said Cyclops, but he was done dirty in the movies. So, but I always liked Nightcrawler. I'm going to go with Nightcrawler. Ooh. All you old school X-Men people, Nightcrawler, especially
That's a good one.
X2. He's by Alan Cumming. He's very charming. Very, very cool. Well designed. Yeah, that's a fun character. So
Wait
I'm sorry, you MCU people. I'm gonna be a hipster on you.
I was gonna say, wait a you pick the super hipster option, and I pick like the super stereotypical like female option, because my runner-up would probably be the Winter Soldier, which is again super stereotypical.
Great picks, but yeah. I'm also not, I've read some of the DC comics, but I didn't get into those until I was an adult. But I was more into the DC comics kind of movies and shows and things growing up. Marvel was a later thing for me.
Yeah.
But,
you and Batman.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, we could. That's a whole.
Obsessed.
Oh, that
we can't get started.
We can't begin. It will never stop. That's another. Tune in next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
All things Batman and Christopher Nolan. Well, the side of Christopher Nolan.
Yeah. See, we could go all day.
No, we won't.
There's more film related questions that we'll get into here. But Marvel. I still, all of my exposure to Marvel is almost exclusively movies, just not entirely MCU. Except I did watch some of the Spider-Man cartoon from the 90s. That was a good one. Anyway.
Okay, you ready for some rapid fire questions?
Are you going to shoot these at me, or are these for both of us?
I think these are...
Because some of them are for me, I know.
I think these could technically be for both of us, but since this is getting to know about you, let's rapid fire. I mean, I guess, do you want me to jump in and answer too? Or you just want to do it you?
Well, why don't we trade off? You shoot one at me, and I'll answer, and then you answer.
Okay, got it.
And then we'll swap.
Okay. Ready?
Yes.
What was your dream job when you were growing up? These are all from Sander West, by the way.
Dream job.
Dream job growing up.
Journalist. Sometimes photojournalist.
Okay. Mine was dolphin trainer. Legit. Are you happy with where you are now? I think job-wise.
Job-wise?
Well, because it's a follow-up to that same question. Are you happy with where you are now?
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, yeah. I'm still a writer of a different kind. So I'm pretty happy with doing that instead of being a journalist. Being a journalist right now would be terrible.
True.
My sympathies to anyone out there working in the press.
I am pretty happy with where I am now because I get to be a stay-at-home mom and I make YouTube videos, which is not something I ever expected. All right. What's your favorite dinner to prepare, Adam?
My favorite dinner to prepare? What's in the freezer right now? Whatever takes the least amount of time.
Amen. Because, and me, I don't like to cook, so none of the above.
Pizza? Can we go pizza?
Pizza?
Yeah.
I like the Chinese food that we would get from, like, Trader Joe's you just throw in the oven. But okay, easier. Favorite place to eat out?
Favorite place to eat? You go first.
Biology.
Why are you so fast? Do you have these lists ready?
No, I'm just very decisive tonight, which is the actual opposite from how I usually am.
She's putting on airs, people. No.
We're talking about food. I know my favorite foods. I love food.
So, let's see. Well, I'm not going to say another pizza place because that would just be redundant.
This is rapid fire.
I know. I have to think about it.
Slow fire.
I'm going to go with Raising Cane's fried chicken.
Ooh. We haven't had that in forever. Do you feel more like yourself where you are now in California or where you grew up?
California.
In the Midwest. What's the end of that? You didn't grow up in the Midwest, though.
No.
You moved around a lot. But California, that's tough for me. I actually don't think I can answer that question because I lived in the Midwest my whole life until I got married and moved across the country. So a lot of my identity is tied up in, like, I got married and moved across the country. But I don't know. I feel like we're always growing into the best versions of ourselves.
So now we're moving over to Lara Croft Relic Run.
Nice.
You guys will recognize this style of game.
All right. So continuing on while you're going on, what is the best quality of each other?
Best quality?
So what I think the best quality in you is I love your sense of humor, which I know is a cop-out answer, but truly I love your sense of humor. And how kind you are.
Katie's best quality is that she laughs at my jokes. See?
Oh, this is a good one. I can answer this super fast, and you can answer for me super fast. What is your biggest pet peeve about each other?
Biggest pet peeve? Mm-hmm. You think I'm gonna know
what mine is about you?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
Chewing with your mouth open.
Oh, I don't even do that.
You did it at dinner tonight. I didn't say anything. Because I'm trying to let things go.
My biggest pet peeve is that... I'm not going to say it.
What, that I'm passive aggressive?
Well, honestly, yeah.
I know. I know. We know each other well enough. Apparently you don't know me well enough to know that that's still a pet peeve of mine. You could answer that in a second. Like, you have before when that's come up. Anyway. Ooh, here's another deep one. Sandra, you're killing it with these. Where do you see yourselves in 10 to 20 years?
10 to 20.
10 to 20
Let's
years.
see. 10 to 20.
With kids that are 10 to 20 years older than they are now.
I will be a successful screenwriter / producer / director / novelist. And,
cool.
Yeah, we'll be, I don't know, living in France, hopefully. Okay.
This is news. I'm down.
That's not news.
France.
That's an old plan.
Moving to France was the plan?
My biggest pet peeve is that Katie's forgetful.
I'm forgetful and Adam doesn't listen, so we are a fun pair. I can't remember.
I have an excuse.
I can't remember if I told Adam something, and I don't know whether I've forgotten to tell Adam something or if he just wasn't paying attention.
And I literally have ADHD, so I don't know whether she told me or I forgot either. So it's exciting. It's very exciting here. It's quite an adventure.
What is the activity that you most like doing together?
We most like doing together. Well, we do a few things.
I'm trying so hard not to make a crack.
What? Oh, you.
I know
Notice this is coming from her.
I know my audience.
This is coming from her. I'm not even the one bringing it up.
I know that like Bev and Steph and everyone that shows up in Bev's lives is shouting at the screen right now. So.
All right. Well, it's not that. Although that's good too.
Movie dates?
Yeah, we watch a lot of movies and shows. I think being like consuming content and then talking about it.
Consuming content.
Well, yes, and then like getting to talk about it together, whether we watch it together or not. So a lot of times we don't get to watch movies at the same time because we have kids and we don't want to pay for a sitter constantly. But we like to watch a lot of movies. So we took a page out of a friend's book and we sometimes go see the same movie at different times. So I'll go and she watches the kids, and then she goes and I'll watch the kids, or vice versa. And then we'll have seen the same movie, even though we weren't sitting next to each other. And we'll get a chance to talk about it after, which is fun. So I really enjoy getting to share those experiences.
Yeah, and this ties into Rachel Ray actually asked the question, your favorite date night idea could be spendy or not. And truly
that was an ad. I didn't really lose the...
Yeah, I did. So that really is our favorite date night idea, and it's a suggestion we like to share with fellow parents too, is if you like movies, you don't have to sacrifice them or sacrifice your bank account, like if you still want to see them, because our favorite thing to do with movies is we'll each see the same movie, even if it's, whether it's separately or together, then after we've both seen the same movie, we go through the IMDb trivia and stuff like that together. And because Adam is such a movie buff and he converted me into a movie buff, and this is just something we really enjoy doing together. However, it has ruined some movies for me, but it's okay. I still love him.
It ruined them in the way that it should ruin them.
Spoken like a true film snob. I still have my guilty pleasures. He can pry.
I have mine too. I'm not that snobby.
Yeah.
We have many healthy debates, but we still have plenty of things that the two of us enjoy. And like for example, I watched all of the Twilight movies, all of them, not because I liked them, but because I wanted the right to complain about them, and that led to some fun conversations as well. So. Someday we'll talk more about that.
Yeah, well, that reminds me, just really quickly, Adam does this fun thing. I feel like you should make a whole separate Instagram account for it, really. But he's done this on and off for a few years now, where he'll pick like a really terrible movie, and what do you call it? You drunk tweet your way through it?
I don't have a snappy name for it.
Yeah,
I just drink and watch it.
And tweet his thoughts along with it.
And as the movie goes on and I get progressively more depressed with the terrible movie, I get more and more drunk, and so then my commentary gets wackier.
Yeah.
So which is good, because I would probably just quit if I wasn't drinking.
Yeah.
So that's been fun. I've done what have I done? I haven't done the Twilight movies yet.
But
we
you
were talking
did
about maybe
do
doing
50
those.
Shades of Grey.
That started with 50 Shades of Grey.
Was that the first one?
Yeah, and then we went from there.
Yep. So Laura at Anxiety Art Adventures asked, if you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be and why?
I jump over that.
France? I mean, does this just France come into play here?
Oh, France is a more practical choice. In terms of just like places I could see myself living. If it was like anywhere in the world, that's tough, because I actually haven't been to a lot of places in the world I want to go. I haven't been to England. I haven't been to Italy. I haven't been to Greece. New Zealand is definitely on that list. So like, I don't know if I could see myself moving somewhere that far away. That like, that it seems like that's a place that's much harder for people to visit. But I could see myself, moving to a lot of those different places in Europe. Potentially.
I have lots of creator friends in Europe. Like, there's actually a gal, Lisette Crafts and Tells. She owns a bed and breakfast in France. Is it in the south of France? I can't remember, Lisa. I think it's in the south of France.
Don't ask me. I don't know.
Rachel Ray lives in Ireland. Lots of friends live in Germany. Like, we should just tour Europe and visit all of my friends, because that would be super fun for you.
I'm down.
Oh, okay, great.
I don't have any.
Wait,
I'm going to say no. No, I don't want to go to Europe.
Here's the kicker.
I don't want an excuse to go visit all those places I just mentioned.
Just tour of Europe. So I will be contacting all of you for booking details. And my mom to watch the kids for half a year.
We're going to start a GoFundMe now for our Europe trip.
Join my Patreon.
Right.
Buy me a coffee.
Need all of you. And by coffee, we mean plane tickets. Why can't I do this?
That's the name of a service. It's called Buy Me a Coffee. It's a one-time.
Are you talking about the Ko-Fi?
Yeah, but it's the website. I don't know. You guys.
I know it's probably pronounced coffee, but
no, I think the website that I use is called Buy Me a Coffee. I don't know, you guys.
I'm not familiar with this one.
We can just pretend like we didn't start talking about it.
Some people are screaming at their screens right now.
It's linked below in the description. Okay. Lynn, again for my Patreon, Lynn asked, what is the funniest thing that has happened to the two of you? And who's the prankster between you, and what's your best prank?
Okay, those are three separate questions.
I know. Well, I feel like there should be an obvious one for like, what's the funniest thing that's happened to the two of us?
Does anybody see these interstitial ads and just go, what is this game?
Especially because they're usually super misleading.
I don't understand.
What is the funniest thing that's happened to us?
The funniest thing that's happened to us?
Or something, like I am drawing a complete and utter blank, but we know my memory is garbage. So, what's the funniest thing that's ever happened to us?
Probably something relating to the kids. But let's start with the easier one. Who's the prankster between us? We talked about this earlier.
You. I don't like doing pranks, and I don't like receiving pranks.
We're not big prank people.
No.
If we were gonna pick one, it would be me though. There were some college pranks.
Have some good college pranks.
I will. Well, I have a particularly good one. So
go ahead. You've got to tell this one.
So this one. So at the risk of grossing some people out, it's probably not what you're thinking. So like I said, I lived in a house with a bunch of guys, and there was some milk that went bad in the fridge that some people just refused to claim. So it got very spoiled and
very. It's probably yours.
Very sticky, and so somebody decided while I was in the shower, I will not name this person, but he decided to, while I was in the shower, throw the milk on me, and it just it was like Gak. You guys remember Nickelodeon Gak? It was like that. It was like. So, that was disgusting. Good thing I was in the shower. Washed it right off. But,
still gross.
Yeah, it was still, I can smell it now, even 20 years later. Or, not 20, 15 years later. Anyway, Excuse me.
Your retaliation, though, I think was pretty dark.
Yeah, I'll tell you about the retaliation is really where I'm going with this, but I have to reply to this.
Yeah, I don't really have any good, like... Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I'll put this aside for a moment. But, so my retaliation was this. So this person, while he was in the shower, we had 2 bathrooms. This was, probably a few days later. I went into that bathroom and I took all of his clothes out. I took all the towels out. I put them in his room, which was right across the hall. I locked myself into the room, and then I climbed out the window. We're on the first floor. Climbed out the window, walked around to our front door, and then came back in toward the bathroom. And he says, "Can I have my clothes back?" I said, "No. If you want your clothes back, there's an open window to your room."
By the way, all your other roommates.
We're on the corner of a fairly busy street of a college town. Right across the street is a Catholic church. And I told everybody, go close your doors. Don't let Ben have any clothes or towels or anything.
Yeah, he took the towels out too. There were no towels for Ben either.
So this guy, I didn't name him.
You already did, actually.
Did I name him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Ben, so Ben goes into the living room. He takes a throw pillow and puts it on his front. He puts his hand on his back, and he goes sprinting like an Olympian around the house. And as it happens, a friend of ours is pulling into the front parking lot as this is happening, and I just hear him go, He tells me later, Ben tells me later that he gave an eyeful to a couple of poor girls who were just trying to get into the Catholic church across the street.
Oh, boy. But a good sport, and they dove through his bedroom window.
He did, and he never pranked me again.
Yeah, you guys did a lot of pranking in that house. Like, I was nervous in a lot of ways when I'd come over to visit. But, like, other girls that were seeing the guys in the house I'm thinking of one in particular, she really laid down the law. She's like, you cannot prank the girls. Like, the girls are off limits. You cannot prank the girls. And
I don't think
he was pretty respectful of that.
No.
Yeah. We're not pranksters. Okay, next up. Ooh, this is a good one. Jen from my Patreon asked, who would win a thumb war between yourselves? My knuckles don't crack anymore. Okay. Oops. Sorry, I just hit the mic. Yeah, move your drink. This is dangerous.
There we go. Move.
Forearm stays flat.
All right.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war. You guys see the murder in her eyes right now.
Thinking of how you threatened me last night.
It's a thumbs down your videos?
Yes. And I was like,
No, you gotta count it down.
What? I have to count down. I haven't done a thumb war since I was like 5.
Your thumbs are so much bigger than mine. I have short, stubby fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare I won this war.
That's not shocking. I got the giggles.
That was harder than I thought it was going to be.
I almost had you. I didn't think whatever.
She's got these big, long pianist fingers. And
pianist, as in
that's what I said. Player. I enunciated. And I've got these little stubby, like, Ewok hands or something.
Ewok hands? That's new. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, Adam is the winner of the thumb war. I was thinking about how, this morning I had to get up really, really early to take my mom to the airport. It wasn't really that early, but like for us it was early because we sleep in and our kids sleep in. But Adam was like, if you wake me up when you leave in the morning, I'm going to go thumbs down all your videos. And I was like, shots fired. Good grief. And he was like, I'm kidding. But I was like, wow. Shot to the heart.
I wouldn't do that. It's just cruel. You don't do that kind of thing to an influencer.
That's a swear word. You can take that back right now.
Thank you all for making her an influencer so I could make fun of her for it.
Nope.
You can't even deny it anymore.
Hives. It gives me hives.
Oh, you better get used to it.
I can't. Nope, never. It's part of my charm.
One of the questions is, do you know Katie's kind of a big deal? Yeah.
Bev.
I do.
No.
Next question.
This is from Bev, who loves to now troll me whenever I show up in her lives or in other people's lives. She's like, OMG, Katie's here. Oh my gosh. Just because she knows it makes me wildly uncomfortable, and she can like see me blushing from Canada, which is where she lives. So thanks for that, Bev. I love you, friend. Okay, so speaking of Bev, she asked a million questions. We could do this sort of rapid fire. I'm going to skip one or two of these though, because this is a PG channel, or PG-13 at least. Do you and Katie say "I love you" before hanging up the phone? Yep.
Yes.
If you could live, we answered this one. Laura asked it. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would you live?
Yeah.
Deep one. That's what she said. How did you know Katie was the one?
I said she laughs at my jokes. What else do you need?
Fair.
Yeah, I mean, I will say this. So I said I was a senior when she was a freshman. So obviously I graduated 3 years before her. And then I moved back to Cincinnati, where I was planning to then move to California, and I decided not to, so that I could wait and see kind of how things went with Katie first. And so, the fact that I wanted to stick things out for, to make sure that we were able to do that, and the fact that we made it, that's what told me she was the one.
Aww. I love you too. What is your favorite thing about Katie? We answered that one.
We answered that one.
Okay, this is a fun one. What famous people have you met through work?
I haven't met a lot of famous people.
I've met more famous people than you incidentally have. Or seen famous people.
Yeah, seen. I haven't really met anybody that you would know. I know my scripts have made it around to some pretty notable people that I probably shouldn't name. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But and frankly more useful than meeting people you can name check.
Yeah.
So one day I'll get to that level and I'll be able to regale you all with stories. But I don't really have those today. The level I'm at is on a kind of a lower budget kind of level, and I haven't had any names yet in my projects, although stay tuned because there's one coming up that may have some people in it that you would recognize. So I'll let you guys know about that one.
Yes, please. Which, by the way, I'll be sure to link to Adam's Instagram account, which also links to his various film projects. Please go and check them out. He's worked on some really, really cool projects and has something really amazing in the works. So please go check him out. And I'm not just saying that because I'm his wife. I'm saying it because I mean it. What do you collect for a hobby?
What do I collect? Mm-hmm. I don't really collect things.
No, you're not.
I'm not a collector.
Like
I'm more of a project person. I have a tendency.
You collect projects.
Collect projects.
That you
I write. I like to create stories in various media. I don't really collect. I like to do things that then can be, packaged and shown to people.
Yeah. Are you bougie?
Am I bougie? Mm-hmm. I don't know, Katie. Am I bougie?
I think that you're turning bougie.
I'm turning bougie?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you say that?
Have you seen your wardrobe overhaul lately?
I don't think that's bougie. I think it's just classy.
Spoken like a true bougie.
Yeah, I'm probably bougie. We're going to go with yes. Survey says yes.
I get teased about being bougie often. And I just don't think that I am, whatsoever. But it's fine. It's fine. Okay. Colleen from my Patreon asked, what's your favorite film project you've worked on?
My favorite? Oh, boy.
The one you're working on right now?
Hopefully. I'm working right now. I will have announcements soon. So if you're not following me and you want to hear the announcements, please do. But there's a short film that I worked on that's an original property of my own earlier this year that we are instead turning into a full-blown web series. And I'm working with a co-producer and awesome actress on that, and we're real excited about what we're doing. So
you've got a good team behind you there too.
Yeah, so we're starting shooting on that soon. But it's going to be a while before the project itself is available, but I'll have announcements on the nature of it and when it will be available, and all kinds of other and casting announcements and all sorts of other fun stuff, because it's a concept that I came up with during the lockdown last year and spent an awful lot of time on, and I'm really, really proud of it. And so I think it's a really awesome and interesting thing that we're working on that people will really enjoy getting to check out. So,
and I think it might be maybe one of my very favorite projects of yours that you've worked on. I think it's super intriguing. I love the story. I love the concept, and I am really excited to see it come together. It's probably so good.
It's probably been my favorite one to write. I'll say that.
Yeah. And one of my favorite things about Adam's writing is that, like, when he has like scripts for me to read, to look through and give my thoughts, like, just the way that Adam writes, I can just see so clearly, like, I can picture it. Like, just the way that he writes these scripts, it's like you could see the cinematography in your mind, and you can hear, like, the tone that people are using, and you could just picture it so well. And I love that about Adam's work, and I can't wait for someone else to really pick up on that, besides the people that obviously you're already working with, because people love working with you.
I do
love working with you.
Enjoy getting to work with a lot of the same people on different projects, but I also like, every project has introduced me to more kind of cool and interesting people. So yeah, after a lot of you are aware of the Tomb Raider project. That's sort of what led me to wanting to try to work with some of the same people and do something that I had more creative control of. So instead of having it be a fan film that's sort of limited in what we can do with it, so instead it's an original property. It's something that I created and own and can monetize and do all sorts of cool things with. So again, details forthcoming.
All right.
It's a real neat kind of genre bending concept. So people who are into fantasy and mythology and but also just love a awesome kind of female protagonist and cool genre storytelling, you'll be very happy people. Oops.
That's one of the reasons that I actually got this kit, is because this kit, Dark Lilith, she is totally, like, I don't know if you've really gotten a good look at it, Adam. Like, she's totally a badass female protagonist. Like, she's killing it out there. So I'm right there. I'm all about this project. Okay, so next question is from Helen.
This ad is actually showing this person playing this game and getting upset when they lose. That's new.
A real hand, or is that a cartoon hand?
What? No, look, there's like a dude is like playing the game and upset when he loses. Wow. That's a new level. That's a new level of like, play this game. You'll look like this
better than this dude.
Angry dude, yeah, who sucks at this game.
So Helen asked if we've actually, Helen, I forgot to write your comment down verbatim, but I'm pretty sure it was just asking if we've seen Shang-Chi yet, because she knows that we both love movies and Marvel movies.
Sadly, no.
I know, we almost got to see it this past weekend in Portland, but the timing didn't work out, because Portland, like, stuff shut down early there. It was like the last movie showing started at 11, which I know, but this was one of my favorite things that we would do before we had kids. Maybe it's a COVID thing. But before we had kids, we would do these, like, crazy late night spontaneous, we called them spontaneous, but then they turned into something that happens semi-regularly.
The first thing we did was we went and saw Cloud Atlas, which is like a 3-hour movie at like 11 o'clock at night.
It started at like 11:30 or something.
We were insane and very young.
Yeah, because it was like a Friday or Saturday night, and, it was, 10 o'clock at night or something, and we weren't really ready to go to bed. And one of us sort of, like, just threw out the idea of, you want to go see a movie? Looked at movie times. Sure, let's go see this 3-hour movie. That movie was a trip to see. Like,
that was fun.
2 a.m. Like, wow. That movie was that'd be a trip to see at any time, but
I think I was supposed to do.
All this to say, like, yeah, we're probably going to see Shang-Chi. I'm not sure when. Hopefully soon.
Maybe this weekend. But yeah, no, we're very excited. Weekend, but, we're very excited to see Shang-Chi.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, we're actually getting through a lot of these. So a couple more. Jade the Tailor. Hi, Jade. Said, LOL, can he direct my script? Send it over for review.
Let's talk, Jade. I just talked about all the... I didn't even get started hardly on all the stuff I have going on. So it would, yeah. Let's, but...
get back to him in like 5 years.
Yeah, well... Jade, if you are serious... then I'm always down to meet people who are also in film, and whether we can help each other out or just kindred spirits to talk, or just keep each other in mind. By all means, reach out to me.
Yes, Jade has a YouTube channel as well, actually.
Cool.
So, all right. Jade also asked, when did you know that you loved each other?
Well, I sort of answered that.
You kind of did.
I didn't. Not the love part exactly. That's a tough thing to answer. I'd say I will say I knew. I don't think there was a moment, but it was very early.
Yeah. Same. It was very early.
We were both in weird spots in our lives, and sort of were propping each other up, and that goes a long way. So.
Yeah. Yep. I agree. Jade also asked, "What do you feel is the best part of your relationship?" I feel like the way that we are always trying to grow and do better. Mm-hmm. Like, we complement each other in a lot of ways. Like, I think that helps us, when we're at our best, it helps us stretch each other. I tend to be someone that thrives on routine, and I'm very introverted and everything. But you help me kind of, like... be around people every once in a while. You help me be more adventurous and spontaneous, and I think those are all like that. Those are good things in a relationship when you can stretch each other.
I would say. I mean, most of these questions, like I said, she laughs at my jokes, people.
We do a lot of laughing at one another. We don't take ourselves too seriously around here. Unless it comes to diamond painting or film, and then it's very serious business.
Very, very serious.
Business. Remember when cat videos and... Well, cat videos and cat memes are still a thing. But remember when that was like truly like 90% of the internet?
Where are you going with this?
I don't know. Just random tangent. Thanks, Slap Happy, because we've been talking for 47 minutes. All right. I think we are going to get through all of these. This is a fun one when I saw this.
I'm not tapping on this child. I'm not doing it, ad.
That's so weird.
That was a weird one. Okay.
How manipulative. Liv, for my Patreon, asked, I'm curious about this one. How many diamond painting companies can you name, Adam?
Diamond Art Club.
That's the one he did the unboxing of. Do you remember their
Distracted
their
by diamonds. Do what makes you sparkle.
There it is.
Then Distracted by Diamonds. And that's all I got.
What's the one I just became an affiliate for?
Wasn't that Diamond Art Club?
I'm already an affiliate for them. This one was new like last week or the week before. DIY Moonshop.
I don't know. That's all I got, people.
All right.
That's all I got.
There you go.
The one that I see around the house all the time, and the one that I hear her say constantly.
Diamond Art Club. Diamond Art Club.
Diamond Art Club and Distracted by Diamonds. Those are the only two I'm aware of.
I haven't unboxed a Distracted by Diamonds in forever.
It's seared into my memory.
Okay. All right. Okay. They're a great company, but that's just really funny to me because I haven't actually shared stuff from them in a little while. All right. Let me see. We have a couple more here, and then we can wrap up.
Laura turns into a rag doll when she does.
I was gonna say it's like someone cut her strings. So Maria, or Diamond Painting _MX, asked, "How did he propose?" very romantically.
Do you want to tell the story or should I?
Why don't you tell it from your perspective and I'll fill in.
Well, I'll tell you what was funny about this is...
my roommates.
What?
My roommate's bedding. No, go ahead.
I don't know this. What are you talking about?
Well, I knew that Adam was planning to propose sometime after the new year. And I had mentioned it to my roommates because I was so excited. And so they joked about placing bets on any weekends that I'd be seeing Adam. Because, again, he lived 2.5 hours away from college.
I forgot about this.
Yeah. And so they joked about placing bets on various weekends that we'd be seeing each other to see if this weekend he's going to propose. Joke's on them, though, because...
So, are we going to talk about how I proposed early?
Sure.
Yeah, because I,
oh, young love.
Yeah, I did get permission from her parents and her brother first. And I told them when I was going to do it, and then I ended up doing it a week early. For no particular reason other than, I was ready, and that's kind of when it worked out. So, I just wanted to do it. So, it was the winter, so we went ice skating. And then...
downtown Cincinnati, there was an outdoor ice rink. It was all decorated and cute.
Yeah, so I proposed... I didn't propose there. We just went ice skating. I had... the night before I had gone out with a bunch of friends of mine and
this is what you're
partied,
about.
And I had told them then that I was going to propose that weekend, and I had talked to some of them prior about like some proposal ideas, and I had called Katie like as having had too much to drink while I was kind of waiting to sober up and drive, and she got very upset with me.
So mad.
But I couldn't tell her why I had been out late.
It's like, what are you doing? It's a Thursday night. Like, what?
She was very mad at me.
Mad.
But so we went ice skating, and then I told her I had rented a carriage that was ready for us. A horse-drawn carriage that took us around downtown. And on the carriage, I proposed. On one knee, which is very difficult. Those carriages are not very big, so I didn't fit real well, but I did the best I could. And then, and I did my whole prepared speech of things that I had wanted to say when I proposed. And she said yes, and then I, got back off of my knee and squeezed back into the seat. And Katie was like, "Can you tell me again what you said? Because I wasn't really listening."
You started having like an out of body experience. I did. I was like, so I caught about a third of what you said, like every other word. It was really very funny. Sweet. It was very romantic. I was just like, oh my gosh, oh my god, oh my god.
But and then we went from there to our favorite restaurant, J. Alexander's.
Which they don't have out here.
No, they only got like 2 of them or something. But that was a good evening. We did all of our favorite things pretty much. So
it was very romantic and like very planned out. Which like poor Adam. He's married to a person whose main love language is acts of service, which is like the biggest pain in the butt love language to have, because it's like, I need you to like do stuff for me, and like you have to work for it. It's not like words of affirmation. All you have to do is tell me you love me and the things that you love about me. It's like, no, I need you to put right. No, it's like you have to put thought and effort and work, and it's a whole thing. But that was like such a lovely like demonstration of that, really, because you did lots of planning, you did lots of prep. It was very thoughtful. You knew that like I'm a like huge romantic, and that something like that was just going to make me melt into a puddle, which it did, and that's why I don't remember a lot of it. I had exactly 0 alcohol.
No.
So it was just pure, like, adrenaline.
You weren't even old enough
joy.
to drink yet.
When we got engaged, I was not old enough to drink yet. Wow, we were babies. Kids, don't do it the way we did it. Wait until you're older and more mature. Oh, gosh.
What else we got?
we have, what are both of our dream projects to work on? This is from More Drills Peas.
Dream project.
What's like your dream project? I assume in our respective hobbies.
Yeah. Well, you go first.
This is like, I'm going to swear I'm not going to be like, I'm not, like, this is not a cop-out, but like, I kind of get to do it already. Like, I've gotten to work on some really massive projects that have sort of been bucket list things. I've gotten to be a part of like hosting some really amazing events with some amazing people, and I've gotten to start partnering with some of my very favorite diamond painting companies. Like, I feel like I'm getting to do like my dream projects right now. But I suppose I could say that like my next big bucket list diamond painting project that's in the works is I'm going to be doing a Heaven and Earth Designs conversion to a diamond painting.
All the rum was at the bottom. Okay.
Adam After Dark coming up next. But I'm doing a giant Heaven and Earth Designs diamond paint. It's a conversion of a cross-stitch chart to a diamond painting kit on a blank canvas. So that'll kind of be a super long-term project. But anyway, what about you?
Oh boy.
It could be like maybe someone you would want to work with.
No, I have specific properties I want to work on.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, like, if you would have asked me a couple years back, I would have said without hesitation Dune. But they're making a Dune movie. Well, they've made a Dune movie that's coming out in a couple of months, and it looks fantastic. And they got like a great director, and they have an amazing cast. And as a fan of the book, I'm super excited. As someone who wanted to be the one to do it, I'm very upset because it looks like they made a great movie without me.
It's fine.
But
no bitterness.
But there's a book that I read a while back called Jennifer Government.
I knew that's what you were gonna say. Good, I do know you.
Yeah, it's a great book that I would love to adapt. I've been wanting to adapt it for forever, and hope I still get the chance. It's by Max Berry. It's a great commentary. It's on capitalism, and it's a great satire. It's very funny and very just well written and exciting and cool, and it would just be, I just think it would make a fantastic movie. And I know at one point it was supposed to be made into a movie, and I think they had a hard time with the screenplay, which just sounds like a challenge to me.
You know, you've told me about the story before, but I haven't ever actually read the book. I should do that.
You should.
I should. Now that the kids are in school and I have so much free time.
So, again, the book is Jennifer Government. Read it, but don't adapt it, because I'm gonna.
Yeah, no one steal the idea. You heard it here first. Because that's how this works.
Now, I would love to do that one. There's, that would probably be my pick. I would also love to work on Neil Gaiman's Sandman. But and they keep threatening to make that one, and it keeps not happening. So maybe I'll be the one to finally do it. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Yep. Well, there's a couple more we didn't get to, but they're a little bit, similar to some of the ones that we've talked about. And I feel like that was actually a nice one to end on, like dream projects. And I think we've been going for about an hour. So I don't know. Is there anything else you want to share?
Well,
before we wrap up?
I guess I would just say, if you want to, a lot of you have already, seen the plugs and everything. If you're not following me by now, fine. But if you want to, if you have reconsidered, if you're already following me, please don't reconsider. I'll be better next time. But if you aren't following me and you'd like to, it's Han for Bond. Han as in Han Solo. 4 as in 1, 2, 3, 4. Bond as in James Bond. That was 100% on purpose. I was very young. Don't judge me. I take nothing back. And That was the old AOL screen name and all that.
Do you remember AOL Instant Messenger? That's where we built so much of our relationship.
Oh gosh.
AIM. AIM.
That would seem sad, but the amount of time people text nowadays,
that's true.
We're probably seeing each other in person more often than most people do today. Yeah, so that's a great place to, I have other Instagram accounts for various things, but a lot of it's kind of centralized through there. So it'd be great if you would follow me. And like I said, if you're interested in kind of connecting on, if you're in film or like film, feel free to message me. If there's other things that you wish that we would have covered or want us to do next time, or stuff that you... thanks for the people who asked to have me back on. This was fun. This is always fun.
Yeah, it was overdue.
Love to do it again. And, yeah.
Yeah. No, this was super, super fun. Thank you, like Adam said, to everyone that sent in questions. And, of course, I'm going to link to his Instagram down in the description. And yeah, he's always working on new projects, and it seems like you're always linking to them, like you said, kind of centralized in your profile.
I'm trying to find a better way to do it, but you can pretty much find everything. A lot of things are linked in my bio.
Yeah. If you want to use a link aggregate site, don't use the one that got my Instagram account shut down. I can coach you through that later.
Yeah. Katie helps me with my social media sometimes.
Because I like to pretend like I know what I'm doing.
Just stepped in it enough times to tell me.
Yeah, that is for darn sure. Anyway, yeah, you guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us. This was a lot of fun. I definitely want to have Adam on again soon. Feel free to let us know if there's anything you want to see from the two of us. And... more unboxings. Maybe we could do a live together sometime or something like that. But, yeah, thanks for hanging out with us. Feel free to check out Adam's account down below. And if you're not already subscribed to me and you made it all the way to the end, you'll probably like it here. Though, to be honest, I'm usually much more muted than I was tonight. We were having lots of fun. And I hope it was fun for you to get to see this, kind of different side of me. So that's what... See, we stretch each other. You bring out the fun, silly Katie. So, all right, my friends. We both got some good progress done on our respective projects.
I did. I've beaten a lot of levels here.
Nice. So, okay, leave your comments and snarky thoughts and all that down in the comments below, and I'll make sure I have Adam read them as well. And if we didn't get to your questions tonight, I am sorry. There were a lot, but we tried to get to as many as we could. Okay, have a wonderful week, and we'll talk to you next time.
We'll end on Laura dying. Okay.
All right.
Bye, people.
Bye.
Do what makes you sparkle.